America has a history of false flags. Here's just a few examples. Wars are often remembered for the battles that followed, but historians repeatedly find the first battle is often fought before the shooting even starts. First example, the Gulf of Tonkin, 1964. In August 64, the United States told the public that North Vietnamese forces had launched 2 attacks on U.S. destroyers in the Gulf of Tonkin. Congress responded with the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, giving President Lyndon Johnson sweeping authority to escalate the Vietnam War. Years later, declassified documents and NSA reviews feel that the second attack likely, almost definitely, never happened. Their explanation? Intelligence was misrepresented, and doubts inside the government were not shared with Congress or the public. But this single incident helped open the door for one of the longest wars in U.S. history. Operation Northwoods. 1962, Joint Chiefs of Staff proposed something extraordinary, a plan called Operation Northwoods, where they suggested staging or even carrying out attacks on American targets, including aircraft and ships, then blaming it on Cuba to justify a war with Fidel Castro. The plan was rejected by President John F. Kennedy and never carried out. The fact that it was formally proposed and documented shows how far some officials are willing to go to manufacture justification for military action. I'll let you interpret what you will from 9/11, but in 2003, the U.S. invaded Iraq based largely on claims that Saddam Hussein possessed weapons of mass destruction. Those weapons were never found. Multiple investigations later concluded that intelligence was flawed, exaggerated, or selectively presented to build public support for the invasion. The war that followed reshaped the Middle East, cost an endless amount of money, and cost hundreds of thousands of lives. Across decades, the pattern repeats. An incident, a quote-unquote threat, or an intelligence claim becomes the foundation for a war. But the full truth often emerges only years later, after the consequences are already written in blood and policy.